Hello, how are you, cracks? Thank you for being there. This is Mundo Maldini, your channel. I want to make this video that many of you have requested. You have told me to use the Wyscout report and compare Kylian Mbappé with the top forwards from the main European leagues, top scorers. I want to say one thing, and that is, if you remember, when Kylian Mbappé scored that goal against Atalanta, he scored a goal in that Super Cup final in Warsaw. I was commenting on that match on Movistar. Madrid beats Atalanta and Mbappé scores the second goal. I want to recall it was 2-0. Kylian Mbappé was asked, and it was asked in quite a way, and it didn't sound strange at all, nothing excessively strange about the 50 goals. If he could reach 50 goals, I suppose, what was being talked about at that time and not so long ago. Well, we are practically in December. And, well, in December, as they say, we are. And Kylian Mbappé is not that he won't score 50 goals, but rather that he might get close to that mark. And what we are going to do is compare, because I have already mentioned many times that the blame is fundamentally on Mbappé, that he is not working very well. He is working little without the ball. I see him quite down emotionally. I think there are many moments when I see Kylian Mbappé. The other day against Liverpool, he was frankly bad. I see him rushed at times, and I also see him lacking confidence. He doesn't dare to do things he knows how to do. It's something that is happening to him. It also has to do with those who are behind. But let's include the Wyscout report, friends from Mundo Maldini, to compare him with four great scorers of the moment. I am not going to include Retegui, who is the top scorer in the Italian Serie A, because he is really a step below. We are going to compare Kylian Mbappé with Erling Haaland this season so far, just this season, in many parameters. With Erling Haaland, top scorer of the Premier League, with Robert Lewandowski, top scorer of La Liga, with Harry Kane, top scorer of the Bundesliga. And I am also going to include Gyokeres, the Swedish forward from Sporting de Portugal, who is one of the players causing a sensation right now. So those are the four we are going to compare. Haaland, Lewandowski, Kane, and Gyokeres. We are going to compare those four with what Kylian Mbappé has been doing so far, and we will see many things that will be very, very interesting. Come on, let's go. 2009. Well, let's go. Friends of Mundo Maldini, this image may be a bit of the image of Kylian Mbappé's desperation right now after missing that penalty. We see Bellingham behind, and we are going to go quickly because I asked the machine to look that up for me. That's why we have Wyscout, which is a true marvel. Wyscout, you already know, it's an absolute beast. And we are going to go, I already told the machine to check the current season for me. So we have it here. Here you have Haaland, Gyokeres, Lewandowski, Kane, and Mbappé. What I told you, this is a first approach. So far this season, Haaland has played 24 matches, Gyokeres 23, Lewandowski 24, Harry Kane 23, and Kylian Mbappé 20. Kylian Mbappé has played a little less, but of course here we already start to see an abyssal difference in goals. This is also with the national teams. It's the season including the selections. Haaland 24 goals, Gyokeres 32 goals. Impressive what Gyokeres is doing. Lewandowski 23 goals. He is playing for Sporting de Portugal. I also take that into account. Harry Kane, 23 goals, and Mbappe with 9 goals. I reiterate that there was talk of whether he would reach 50 goals, that it was the mark he could break. He has 9 goals, and we are practically in December, as they say. We are in December. In fact, the next match for Real Madrid, Mbappe's next match will already be in December. We can say that we are in December, in real terms. Well, Kylian Mbappé has 9 goals, nothing more, just 9 goals. Let's go to something that seems obvious to me, which is the first thing we need to look at, which is the offensive actions. The offensive actions, here we have it. Well, in terms of minutes played, Kylian Mbappé has played fewer minutes than Erling Haaland. We have already seen the goals. The goals per 90 minutes also clearly show that Joker is the best, 1.33. Mbappé, 0.47. If we exclude penalties, he has only scored 6. 6 goals, meaning he has scored 3 from penalties. If we exclude penalties, he has scored 6. But there is a piece of data that seems very significant and quite negative to me, which is the issue of expected goals. You know what expected goals are. Here you have the expected goals. Killer Mbappé, 14.28, meaning that based on the chances he has had, he should have scored 14 goals, and he has 9, which means he is missing a lot in finishing. We already know that he is missing a lot in finishing. While, for example, Harry Kane is above expectation with 17 expected goals, and he has practically scored 18. Lewandowski is above expectation as well, with 19 expected goals. He has 23. Joker, well, everyone is a little off. Just Haaland, but also 22.84. He has 24. The one who is missing a lot in finishing is Kylian Mbappé, because it is true that he is having shots. In fact, you will see Here you have it. Look, I'm going to lower it a bit to see the issue of shots. This seems very significant to me. Shots per 90 minutes. Well, this is the total number of shots. 91 shots for Mbappe, 80 for Kane. Notice that he has made 11 more shots than Harry Kane, Kylian Mbappe. But if we look at it per 90 minutes, which gives us a bit of reality, Mbappe is the one who shoots the most of all, 4.78 per game. He is the one who shoots the most. Kylian Mbappe, 3.76. Kane, 2.8. Lewandowski, 4.11. Jokers per game, 4.4. Haaland. The one who shoots the most is Kylian Mbappe per 90 minutes, on average per game, and he is by far the one who has scored the least goals. It is evident that the problem he is having is in the accuracy of his finishing because he is shooting much more than all the others, both per 100 shots on target. Obviously, he is the one with the lowest percentage, the only one below 50%, 46%. The others, as you can see, I won't repeat the figures for everyone because you are seeing them, but you can see how all of them are above 50%, while Mbappe is below 50. It is a matter of finishing accuracy among many other things, but it is a matter of finishing accuracy. In terms of assists, Harry Kane has 7 assists, which I think makes him the most in-form forward at the moment because Jokers has 5. But of course, the Portuguese league is not the same. Obviously, 1 for Haaland, 3 for Lewandowski, and only 2 for Kylian Mbappe. In goals, 2 assists as we are in December because the next match will be in December for Mbappe. This is not just poor. I would say it is very poor, honestly, for what could be expected from Kylian Mbappe. It is very poor. That is the reality, friends of the Maldini world. Then regarding crosses, we see that he is the one who puts in the most crosses, 189. Second is Joker with 145. Well, here are more details. Dribbles, the one who dribbles the most is Joker, who is second. Practically, Lewandowski does not dribble. Haaland has 1.3. He is the second most. He dribbles much more than the others except for Joker, but it is evident that it is not helping him much because he is not generating danger, he is not scoring goals, and he is not providing assists, so it is not really helping him much. And then we have an interesting detail here, which is the progressive runs. It is true that in progression, he is a player who moves into space. Kylian Mbappe is the one who does it the most. Here you have it. He also has the most touches in the penalty area, meaning he is receiving balls in the penalty area, creating chances for Kylian Mbappe, and he is missing everything, missing much more than he used to. This can be seen as the glass half empty, which is the reality of Kylian Mbappe, or half full, because obviously at some point he has to stop missing so much in the final third. It seems practically impossible for him to keep missing this much. If we look at key plays, for example, well, here we also have this, which is interesting. Precision in movements. One with the most is Harry Kane, the most precise. Notice that Gyokeres is not a player who stands out too much. What he really has is spectacular ball control. David Diagues is preparing a video about Gyokeres that will amaze you, so you can get to know him much better in the Maldini world. And then, precision of through passes. Well, of the 3 who have real metrics as such, the one with the most is Kane, and Mbappe is third, less than Lewandowski and less than Harry Kane. That is a bit of what we can look at, if you want. We also look at defensive actions. Usand, let's look at defensive actions. Although logically it is something that shouldn't be valued too much in forwards, but well, let's look at it since we have the devilish machine of Wyscout. Let's do it too. Defensive duels, the one with 0.74 per game, is the one who makes the fewest defensive duels, meaning he is neither attacking well nor defending because he is pressing very poorly. The other one you already saw in a video. Both for 100 of the defensive duels won, 50% well, but there are many fewer. Aerial duels in the 90 minutes, the one with the least by a wide margin. Logically, the one with the most is Haaland, then Lewandowski, practically the same. Joker C, Kane, and less Kylian Mbappe. That is to say, Mbappe is not attacking well, he is not scoring goals. Despite having chances, even though they are creating opportunities for him, he is having quite a few chances in the area because he is shooting a lot. He is the one who shoots the most, and he is also not defending well. Usand, I want to say with all this that Kylian Mbappe is having a terrible start to the season. We already knew that. Obviously, we already knew that, but he is having a terrible start to the season. That is the reality. Terrible. Let's finish with this detail as well, which is organization. Well, in passes, it is true that he is the one who makes the most passes in terms of game organization because he combines quite a bit. He is not the one with the most precision in passes. He is second behind Kane, but he is the one who makes the most passes, more passes forward. In that, at least Kylian Mbappe is participating in the game. Let's see. I see him lacking confidence. Here you have long passes. You can see it. Here, lateral passes. I see Kylian Mbappe lacking confidence, but I don't think he is hiding. I'm not saying that Kylian Mbappe is hiding. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that when he receives the ball, sometimes he lacks the confidence to do what he knows how to do best. There were several plays against Liverpool that we saw. He is not daring to be the Mbappe we have seen, not last season when he was already worse, but in other seasons. It is evident that Mbappe is far from the level expected for what he has cost and for what he can give. And it is clear that he has room, well, not just room, total room for improvement, because he is frankly not doing well. He will improve, man. He is definitely going to improve. It is very difficult for him to do worse, but he will improve enough for Madrid to really see that they have the player they were looking for. I have my doubts about that. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I have my doubts. And what is evident is that Madrid needs it. They need Kylian Mbappe's improvement now. They need him to regain his smile. This needs Kylian Mbappe. We will see if he does. A hug. Bye, 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 bye.